So hello friends, today I'm gonna discuss with you a problem of Code Chef October cook-off. So in this problem, we were given n nodes number through 1 to n, and we have to assign a value to each of these nodes. So to for assigning a value, we have to take care of these two conditions such that the value should be between 1 and 10 to power 5. And the second condition is whenever we consider any two nodes and a simple path between them, uh, the sum of the value that we have assigned to all the nodes that will occur in that particular path should not be divisible by the length of that path. Okay, so as we were seeing in this particular graph, when we consider a path from 3 to 2, so the smallest path that from which we would be able to get from 3 to 2 is 3, 5, 1 and 2, and the sum of the value that they have assigned to each node is 34, which is definitely not divisible by 4. So you can check it for each and every node, it is satisfying all the conditions. So at first we will make some observations. So they have told us that whenever we consider any two nodes, okay, the value that we assign to these nodes, the sum of that should not be divisible by that of the distance, or I would say the number of nodes that we are having in this. So when I'm going to consider any two nodes which were connected by an edge, so in this particular scenario the number of nodes were 2. So we want that this should not, the sum that we assign to these nodes, when we add those two values, this should not be equal to, this should not be divisible by 2. Okay, so it means that uh, these two, any two adjoining nodes should have different parity. Basically, if this is an odd value, this should definitely has to be an even value, and if this is an odd value, that's way. Okay, so from this we can make an observation. Okay, so what we have got, if this particular node is odd, so one thing I'm pretty sure that all the nodes with which it is connected should be even. Okay, because otherwise we will fail the condition, because these two nodes must have an odd sum to satisfy the condition that we have discussed earlier. Okay, and this particular node has a even value, then all the nodes with which it is connecting should have odd values. Okay, similarly this had even value, so all the node with which it is connecting should have odd values. So it seems similar to that of a color problem, in which we will assign a particular color, red, let's say a red, to this, and we will assign all its child and all the nodes with which it's connected are blue colors. This is similar to that. Okay, I would say bipartite graph. All these were similar terms with which we show these types of problem. So now what we can do, uh, I have chosen a value. I have chosen an odd value as 1 and even value as 2. Okay, let's say I have chosen odd 1, even 2, 2, and then 1. Here is 2, then 1, 1. Now, you would say if we consider a simple path between 2, then the sum of the values would be 3 divided by 2, which is not divisible. Similarly, if I consider a path of these three values, so sum would be 4 divided by 3, which is not divisible by 2. And if we consider a path of, let's say, 4 values, then the sum would be 2 to 4 to 6 divided by 4, which is not divisible. And if we consider, so that's way I had done this problems. I don't have a proof why it is correct, but it had worked for me. So I'll show you my code, what I had done in this problem. So I had taken n, the number of nodes in our problem. So then I cleared my adjacency list. I've assigned color to be 0 and the visited to be 0. Then I'm taking input. After that I'm using the DFS, and this is my color. This is the color which I'm going to assign. And here I'm using just a simple bipartite DFS, and after that I'm printing the values. So you can check out my code in the description. Thank you.